Hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I've got to show you my first peony. It's a peony bush that I have in a tub, and it's so sad. I was just been waiting for it to flower. The sad thing is there was a second one, and I've just found out that for some reason a cat or something must have got into the tub and cracked this one off. So when I get back from shopping just now, it's going to go into some water in the hope that we can save it. Ah, so sad. Well, here I am on my way to go and do some shopping with my new glasses, you will notice, that are already, I believe, yep, transitioning into sunglasses, because it is a wonderful 10 degrees here at the moment, which is 50 degrees American. But some really interesting clouds up ahead of me, which makes me think we could be having some serious rain later on tonight. I'm off to the store to just go and get some cake mix, or to actually buy a cake. I'm not quite sure which. I missed Wade's birthday this week, which was really very wrong of me, so I need to make up. And so we're going to try and do that quickly before the broadcast. I'm going to try and, that's why I'm thinking I may buy a cake, just because making it will be a little bit too much. So I might either buy one or buy mini ones. He likes Angel's food cake. Buy mini ones and fill them with fruit and cream or something nice, and then stick a candle in it. We'll see what I feel like doing when I get there, which will be any minute now. Just to let you know, I had a wonderful day off yesterday, or most of it anyway. I did have one viewer that needed a bit of help, quite a bit of help, and that took up a couple of hours of my day. But other than that, I had a very restful day. I stayed in my jammies all day, people. I need to admit that. I was very proud of myself. I really needed it. I just want to make sure that I get enough rest before I go on this trip, so that I can enjoy it and not be, take most of the trip trying to unwind and then be off again back to work. So what I'm trying to do this week is just to make sure I get enough sleep and get enough rest for the next couple of weeks. I've started putting clothes into plastic bags, rolling them up and putting them into plastic bags, just so I can see how much room they're going to take up. I found out I do need to go and get a suitcase, after all, after a discussion with Yvonne. So I'll be doing that probably on my way back from work one day this week. I want to tell you something, some of those clouds out there are looking pretty nasty. Hope you're breathing in. I've got a breathe in parking spot here. Hang on a second, I'm going to do that slightly better. It's a good idea if I don't run anybody over on the way. There we go. Alright, I'm off to go and get a couple of things, and I will see you later. Bye bye for now. Oh, hi everybody. So today in the halogen, Sal and Hal are going to try angel food cake. Just so you know, I'm doing it the easy way with a Duncan Hines mixture. And I've actually bought the strawberries and the blueberries to go with that, which I thought would be pretty good. I thought they would look pretty. And I'm probably going to put a meringue over it, just to really be decadent. What do you think? Of course, we have no idea if it's going to work. It's an experiment. So the first thing is, the good news is, the only thing it needs is 1 1/4 cups of water. No eggs, nothing. Angel food cake is wonderful. I gotta mix it up in my blender. Well, here we go. Whenever I want to do a quick mix and I can't be bothered to get all the bits out, I just use my blender for this. So it says to, oops, just let me mix it up quickly. So that didn't take very much, so now it says to just pour it straight into the tube pan without anything beforehand. Looks pretty, doesn't it? Now, you know this is an experiment because we have never done this before with a halogen, and I'm hoping that this will work. If it doesn't, I'm in big trouble. I don't have a backup plan. Well, the instructions say that I should cook it at 350, somewhere here, for about 38 to 45 minutes. Well, we know this is a halogen, so it's probably going to be done in way less than that. So I've done it at 350. Here we go. Oops. Wait a minute. Sorry, everybody. Let me get out of there. I've put it on at 350. I've put it on for 40, but I doubt it'll need more than about 20, quite honestly. If necessary, I will put some foil over it. What you're going to notice is it's already getting lots of air into it. So all the bubbles here are already starting to react. That's very interesting stuff. I have put, for those of you who wondered, I did put the extra ring on it. So let's just see how it does. We are just 5 minutes in and already the top is beginning to brown, which we knew was probably going to happen, right? Because we know that the halogen is a super duper fast cooking machine. So what I've got on the side here is some foil. And what I will do is just put the foil over between the ring here and the actual cake. And I'll do that once that has browned. The good news for those of you who are new to the halogen is you can have the foil sticking out of, and I'll do that intentionally, you can have the foil sticking out of the oven. That's quite alright. Well, you can see that it's really doing a great job already. It's amazing. Of course, the problem always is with the halogen, when do you know if it's done? We'll find out the hard way, I'm sure. Another thing I wanted to show you, in case you end up as I did, having a machine where it doesn't have a special place for you to put the lid. One of the only awkward thing about the halogen is when you go to do things, which I'm going to have to do in a minute, which is to remove the lid, you want to be really careful where you put that very hot lid down. And so what I've learned to do is I've got two little mini bread type containers, cooking things, and so molds, I guess you call them. So and all I do is I just rest the lid on top of these molds, just like boom, so that it's got air circulating underneath, so it doesn't get too hot on my stove top here. But that's the way I got around it. Oh, look at that. The light's gone out, but I can see that it's already beginning to look very much like, amazing. It's pulling away from the sides and doing all sorts of things. And we're only at under 10 minutes. Wow. There we go, back on with the light. Now you know, you guys all know that half my fun in this is doing the experiment, right? But can you see how it's pulling away here from the side? Hope you can. And it's definitely pulling away from the center. There you go, you can see that. Amazing. You can see that I've now put the foil on, and I've let it just be outside the halogen without any problem. I took my cue from the fact that I was starting to just very slightly smell the smell of sugar. and I thought maybe that was probably enough heat. So now we're just going to, now what it said is the way to test it is to put your finger on it and see if it felt solid. It should be dry and solid. Now when I put my finger on it, it was dry but wobbly. So we definitely haven't got enough yet. We are now at 10, 15, heading towards 20 minutes. It'll probably take, I would think, probably 30 would be my guess now. I want to make sure that it's good and solid, but so far so good. Now the other thing I'm going to be doing for dinner is chicken, and so I'm going to do it today with soft panko, which those of you who watch Benji, you will know that that's a Japanese breadcrumbs. They're slightly thicker than the regular breadcrumbs, and so I've got it in here with, yes I did wash my hands, with what have I got in here? I got some seasoning, some chicken seasoning that I put in. I'm going to add some salt and I've added salt, and I'm going to add some extra pepper to it as well. Okay, so now as I said, we've done 30 minutes, which is what I thought it would take. This now is, only the top is wobbly. When I say the top is wobbly, I would expect that to some degree. I'm going to give it just a few more minutes, just another 5, let it go through. Rather it was overcooked than undercooked, but it's cooking beautifully. So there we go. And now the trick is just to leave it to cool completely, and that'll take about an hour and a half. And for those of you who understand what I'm about to say, the next thing to do would be to pray that it works. And if it doesn't, I tried, right? We'll see. Well, I have to say that although it looked like it was perfectly cooked, it wasn't, and it flopped. So now I've put it back in, and I'm just going to try and cook the rest of it. It's not going to taste anything like we would like it to, but never mind, we'll make a plan. I'm going to cover it with fruit, and then put meringue over the top of it, and nobody will ever know. I hope. Well, it does seem to be looking a little bit better. We'll wait until it crisps up, and we'll see what happens, right? Definitely gonna have to do this one again, but in the meantime, let's see what we can do with it. Well, to give it a word, it would be different. But I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to cover it with fruit and then some meringue, and then we'll see. So these are the chicken breasts we're doing this evening, and what I did is I drenched them in flour, and then in sweet and sour sauce, and then in panko. So they're just getting ready to brown, and as you know, the panko breadcrumbs were already seasoned. I put seasoning in them with salt and pepper and chicken seasoning, so it should taste good. Really sad, I just found out that my microwave, that is only a couple of years old, has suddenly stopped working. It counts and it has the fan on, but nothing's cooking. Nothing's turning, nothing's cooking. Pity. So, we put the strawberries and blueberries on top of the pathetic doofus angel cake. And then I whipped up some meringue with just 5 egg whites and some sugar. And now we're going to put it under the broiler. And that's what it looks like. We just put it on the grill for a few minutes. And looking pretty good. We're now going to put the candles on it. You can blow out your candles.
Oh, I need it already.
And now we've got you spitting all over everything.
Yeah, I didn't think there was, but yeah.